Dear learners, hope you are enjoying the modules of this MOOC on Introduction to Functional English. I welcome you to this module which shall be on the importance of English for banking and finance. So dear learners, perhaps you are aware that banking and finance are the emerging sectors in India and they have enormous job prospects. The important point is that these sectors are customer oriented and need specific skills, particularly communication skills and customer handling skill to excel in one's performance. Let us see the objectives of this particular module. Number one, to provide an introduction of the banking and finance sector. Secondly, learn about the different career opportunities in this sector. And thirdly, identify some of the functional English skills important in these sectors. Let us start. So perhaps you have visited any branch of the different banks. You know the different banks like State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, ICICI Bank, etc. Hope you have visited any of the branch of these banks. So here you can write down the things that you have noticed in the branch. You can also write down the experience that you gain by visiting that particular branch of the bank. The bank that you have visited is a part of the economy. So the bank situated in our locality represents a particular sector of the economy. Perhaps you are aware that economy is broadly divided into three sectors, namely agriculture, industry and services sector. A bank is a part of this service sector of the economy. A bank offers different types of services, particularly in the form of accounts. The accounts where we keep our money. It may be fixed deposit account, savings bank account, recurring account, etc. At the same time, another part of the service of the bank is that it provides loans to its customers. Its customers may be the business organizations which require long-term and short-term financial assistance to meet their working and fixed capital requirements. Then there are some individual customers who need money in the form of loans like home loans, car loans, personal loans, etc. So banks also facilitate transfer of money from one place to another through issue of bank draft, checks, etc. With the help of IT, now we can do most of the banking functions over a click of the mouse. In India, the banks are registered under the Reserve Bank of India Act, which was passed in the year 1934, and these are controlled by the Central Bank of India, that is the Reserve Bank of India. Besides banks, there are some other financial institutions which are known as non-banking financial companies, NBFCs. They provide various services related to finance like management of money, investment in stocks and securities and so on. These NBFCs are registered under the Companies Act in India. They play a crucial role in the financial sector's growth and diversification. Dear learners, now let us see the career opportunities that are available in banking and finance sectors. The banking and finance sectors are growth oriented. These sectors, mainly the banking sector, comprises the public, private and foreign banks. The functions performed by these banks and NBFCs are varied and therefore it is highly competitive market. It serves the customers with the best strategy. As the number of NBFCs, banks are many, they face a very stiff competition and therefore they want to apply the best strategy to gain market share, and it provides various job opportunities to you. Now what may be the different job options, particularly in banking and finance sectors? Let us discuss these things along with the functions that have to be performed under these jobs. So bank branch manager. The bank branch manager is responsible for the operations of an entire branch. It may be customer service, grant of loans, human resource management of the branch, etc. Then financial accountant. A financial accountant's responsibility include managing the accounting and financial activities of the organization. He or she is required to forecast the cost and revenue, manage the tax payments, conduct internal audits, prepare the financial statements, and communicate the financial data for proper financial decisions. So these are the responsibilities that a financial accountant have to perform, whether employed in bank or NBFC. Financial risk manager. A financial risk manager identifies the potential areas of business risks. As risk is associated with future uncertainties, he or she is required to forecast and analyze the future events which may affect the business of the bank or the NBFC. He or she is required to frame strategies for risk management and minimizing the burden of risks on the organization. Next important job option is investment banker. The investment banker performs various types of jobs like advising the clients, means the customers, on their investment in capital market, derivatives, etc. They assist the corporate bodies on mergers and acquisitions. So their functions mainly related to providing investment guidance, advising the clients on investment. Equity analyst. Equity analysts are the financial experts. They monitor the stocks, bonds, etc. They analyze the market. Market means the stock market here. And they collect data and make forecast for the future. They guide the individual investors, brokers, investment companies, etc. in their investment decisions. Asset manager. Asset manager prepares financial reports, finds out the latest trends and analyzes risks, advises the clients on building balanced portfolio. Portfolio means the various types of investment that are made by a customer on stocks, on debentures, etc., etc. All this constitute the investment portfolio, and it is very important that a particular individual must maintain a balanced portfolio. In this regard, asset manager may help the client. Loan officer. The primary duty of a loan officer is to evaluate and recommend the proposals where bank can provide loan. This is a very big responsibility. The loan officer engages with the client and identifies the needs of the client and then recommends the best loan products that offered by the bank or the NBFC. Bank teller. Bank teller needs to communicate with the customers in the day-to-day functions of the bank. These may relate to money transfer, deposits, withdrawals, etc. Bank teller is the first contact point for the customer and therefore bears the responsibility of creating the best first impression. Let us move to see the required skills for these jobs particularly in the banking and finance sectors. Dear learners, by now you have understood that these sectors are customer centric and the banking and NBFCs, they belong to services sectors and they provide service to the customers. So definitely these financial institutions depend on employees to provide the best service to the customers because employees are the first contact point. Employees are in direct contact with the customers. Winning the customer's confidence is the key towards the growth of these financial institutions. Now, employees need to build up the skill to make their approach customer-centric. Employees need certain special skills to excel in jobs, particularly in banking and finance sectors. Now, what may be the skills that are required? Number one, this is communication skill. Dear learner, if you get a job opportunity in bank or NBFC, you need to communicate continuously with the customers. You may be appointed in the capacity of a branch manager, an investment banker, asset manager. You have to communicate with the customers. Each customer differs from other in terms of income, risk appetite, understanding of market trends, and their requirements. So employees have to understand the needs of each individual customer and accordingly need to communicate, specifying the distinct features and benefits of the products and services of the bank or NBFC. Language skill. Language proficiency is important when dealing with the customer. Proficiency in local, regional and national languages to communicate with different customers is essential. It becomes more important while dealing with foreign customers. Here, English language skill helps a lot. Language facilitates proper communication. Understanding skill. It is important that employees understand the client. Knowing the client's personality, his or her attitude, goals in life, future plans, etc. gives better understanding of the customer and accordingly the services can be provided to the particular customer. Analytical skill or problem solving skill. Now any employee working in bank and NBFC, they have to calculate certain data. They have to see the trends in stock price. They have to make a forecast about the future trends and accordingly have to make some plans. They have to identify what are the probable problems that the particular bank or NBFC may face in the coming days. So the employee need to develop an analytical skill and problem solving attitude. By analyzing the different trends in the market and by experience, by understanding the customer's needs, they can make up certain products and services to suit the customer's need. IT skill. The banking and finance sectors are dynamic. Anyone in these fields need to continuously upgrade oneself with the evolving trends in the subject. As these sectors heavily depend on technology, the bankers also need to be updated technologically. Teamwork. See, in bank and NBFC, we have to work in a team. So when we work in the organization, we cannot work alone. So organizational objectives can be achieved by the contribution of all working there. So in this regard, you have to build up the skill to work in a team. Stress management. Stress is inseparable from human life. Job-related stress may create imbalance in the private life of everyone. Though no job is stress-free, so positive stress helps in achievement of goals in life. In the banking and finance sectors, the employees experience job-related stress and it is the employee who manages the stress. So you have to build up the skills to manage stress. We cannot escape from stress. So better to do the activities systematically to reduce stress. The fact is that these sectors are very dynamic. One must continuously update the skills. So the learners, the skills that we have discussed need to be continuously updated. Actually, a combination of these skills makes a person the most suitable for the jobs in the areas of banking and finance. Now let us move to another part, that is financial vocabulary. As you know, the vocabulary used with respect to a particular subject is significant because it helps in expressing the ideas or concepts in a simple way. To build a career in banking and finance, financial vocabulary is very important. Dear learners, there are lots of terms that are used in banking and finance. Let us have some idea of some of these terms. Profit. In the context of a business organization, profit means the excess of revenue over expenses, cost and taxes. In case of a company, the profit is generally distributed as dividend among the shareholders after keeping a reserve for future contingencies. Loss. Just opposite to profit, a company may face loss. Loss is the excess of cost and taxes over revenue. So there is cost is high and revenue is less. That situation is called the loss. Investment. It is the allocation of money towards the asset or any item acquired with the intention of earning profit in the future. An individual may invest in different assets like shares, gold, real estate, bank fixed deposits, etc. Share. Share is a part of the total capital of a company. The capital of the company is divided into small parts or units, and these are offered through share market for sale, and by selling these shares the company raises capital. Those who purchase these shares are called shareholders of the company. They get dividend on the number of shares held by them from the profit earned by the company within a fixed period of time. Personal finance. It refers to the management of an individual's money. A person receives money, income, in the form of salary, commission, bonus, pension, etc. He or she needs to spend some money under different heads like insurance premium, rent, tax, living expenses, etc. Besides that, the person may have investment in the form of bank deposits, provident fund, shares of company, gold, mutual fund, etc. All these aspects come under personal finance. Capital. It means the amount of money that is put for any productive or investment purposes. When a new business is started by a businessman, some amount of money is required to invest in the business to bring the business in operational level. Capital may be arranged by the owner of the business from various sources like personal savings, loan from friends and family, loan from bank or NBFCs, raising money from the market by issuing shares, debentures, venture capital, angel investors, and so on. Dear learners, let us move to see what are the most important functional English skills. We may identify the functional English skills in an employee of the banking and finance sector in terms of the following. Build continuously your financial vocabulary on banking products and services through constant reading, listening, and discussion. Develop your understanding of different financial texts and documents. Develop your listening skills. Improve your speaking skills through discussion, case studies, and role plays. List out the differences between speaking over phone or face-to-face while handling or providing information. Identify the situations in which you will write an email rather than make a phone call. Learn how to write emails using standard phrases and language and using formal and informal style. Continuously practice specific language functions like negotiating, advising, suggesting, agreeing and disagreeing, clarifying, reviewing, summarizing, etc. Discuss how often you need to use English with visitors at your workplace, and where do you find difficulty while doing small talks in English. Develop presentation skills through English by identifying who do you present. It may be to your colleagues, your boss, current or prospective clients, investors, etc. So dear learners, we are coming to the end of this module, and now let us see what are the main themes that we have discussed in this particular module. Banking and finance are the service providing institutions. They belong to the service sectors of the economy. These sectors are growth oriented and provides ample job opportunities in the form of branch manager, financial accountant, investment banker, asset manager in banks and NBFCs. Different skills are expected to be possessed by the people engaged in these sectors. Some of these skills include communication skill, language skill, customer dealing skill, subject knowledge, ability to manage job stress, etc. From this module, we have also learned about some of the functional English skills that will make you proficient in the job. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you again in the next video. Till then, bye.